to my channel. My name is Jessica, if you haven't seen me before. This is my YouTube channel where I love to talk about plants and plant-related topics. So today is quite a cool one. I'm going to be giving an update on some of the plants that I've either bought online or some of the plants that were in my propagation video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm quite excited to have you here. I hope you enjoy this video. Please give it a like and do consider subscribing. It really does help the channel grow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you the plant first, probably over here. I'm going to show you either when I unboxed it or the last time that you probably would have seen it on my channel, and then I'm going to show you the gorgeous guy or girl and what it looks like now, and I'll just give a cute little talk about it and maybe how I've gotten it to grow or what I think I could have done better or worse. The first plant that I am super excited to show you today is my Variegated Syngonium, which I got in a plant swap, and I got the tiniest little cutting, as you can see over here. So I got two one-leaf cuttings, and I'm very excited to show you what he looks like now. So 7 months later, this is how my beautiful Variegated Syngonium looks. The cool thing is those two leaves that the cuttings came with initially, they obviously dropped off and died, and then the new leaves grew all from scratch themselves. So sort of this was the first leaf that came out, and you can see that there is still the two plants in there, and they are getting super big now. And I mean, look at that. That is like a perfect half and half. It is literally down to the tip. Perfect. I can't deal with how perfect this leaf is. But I think this one must be my favorite in terms of, I love this mottled look that it gets. This one and this one as well. He's also really beautiful. And the interesting thing about this is the leaves actually come out yellow where the white is, and then they turn to a really brilliant white. This new one that's coming is full white. I don't think there's any green on that, so I think I'm giving it too much light at the moment. I do have it under a grow light, and I have it in leca as well. I might remove it from the grow light for a little while just to bring in a little bit more green again. The next plant is also around 7 months ago, so this has taken quite a while, especially in comparison to the Syngonium, but this is my Monstera Peru, and as you can see from over here, it really was tiny when I got it. It basically had 3 stems, but you can see from the picture here it didn't have much, and now it has actually gotten really big. This is one of the latest leaves. I'm not sure what happened here, but as you can see, it's got some holes in it that it rolled out like that, so I'm not sure if something started chomping on it. Look how beautiful it is. I can't wait for this to be a huge big bush of hanging crocodilian styled leaves. I love how thick and textured they are. I think this is one of my favorite plants at the moment. It is growing in my propagation box, so I don't get to enjoy it too much, but I'm probably just going to leave it in my propagation box underneath the grow light until it is quite a substantial plant, because I would rather it grow quicker than be out on display for now. Get it to a point where it really looks like a showstopper, and then I can put it out for everyone to enjoy, whereas it's such a slow grower that I would rather just do that and get him going. He has got some new little growth coming over there behind this leaf, so things are happening. I love its thick leaves. It's like, I just want to touch it all the time. It's a problem. Okay, the next plant is, wow, it was 2 cuttings of this narrow form Andersonii. Now I have propagated it up since. This is also 7 months later from those 2, and I've given it a moss pole. And look at this guy. So we've got some yellowing tips. I don't know why. We've got some crispy edges. It is by the humidifier all day, every day, so I'm not sure about the crispy edges. All of my plants get rainwater, so I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I actually really don't know. It is in Lekra as well. The only thing I can think is maybe it's dried out a few too many times when it shouldn't have. Sometimes I forget about certain plants for some random reason, and I think I had forgotten about him a few times. It had some beautiful leaves with some nice big holes, and so that's why I gave it the moss pole to encourage more of that. But since I gave it the moss pole, the leaves have actually been getting a little bit smaller, and it hasn't given me any holes since. So if you guys know in the comments below why, I would be very interested to find out. Some of the roots are more so at the bottom, are already starting to sort of make their way into the moss pole. So I really did think that it would have started giving me some bigger leaves with some holes, especially because the bottom here, you know, was really looking good. I've propagated it since then, so now we've got 3 guys growing in the bottom. I've propagated 2 sections off, so we have 4 plants in here now. The next plant has grown quite a bit. I unboxed it 4 months ago on my channel. It was a plant from Gardener's Choice SA, and it was a teeny tiny little plug, as you can see. There were 2, but one is my sister's and one is mine, so I've only got mine here, and he is growing, my friends, really well. So I also got it under a grow light. It is also in Lekra, and this was one of its most recent leaves. I think it was its second last leaf, and this is its newest leaf that's just open. And look at the detail and how he's really starting to take shape, and he hasn't even hardened off yet, and we already have a new spike coming. So I'm like incredibly excited about this. I haven't started seeing any white yet, you know, like the Florida Ghost is supposed to have, but hopefully that will come with maturity. It is under a grow light, so I'm hoping that if it is a ghost, I will get it. So I'm more than confident if I give it some time and let it grow and mature a bit, that he will look fantastic and get beautiful white leaves soon. I'm wondering if maybe I should keep it underneath the grow light for longer hours during the day or not. I probably will also give him a moss pole because he's growing a little bit wonky, but he's growing so fast that it's not giving me really the chance. Look how beautiful that is. Oh wow, this is such a beautiful plant. It is friggin' beautiful. I'm super chuffed. Okay, so the next 2 I bought at the same time, and I did an unboxing video on them, and then I did an update a month later where I was basically like, I wasn't really chuffed from where I got them from, because the one plant was just not what I was expecting to get. It was a much smaller plant, as you can see. This was my Syngonium 3 Kings, and it just was such a juvenile plant, which I was not expecting. It kind of was sold as maybe a little bit more of a mature plant from the picture and didn't state otherwise. And anyway, it had no real like 3 Kings looking leaves just yet. And then I kind of hacked it up and chopped it up, and then I put it under the grow light. I knew that the 3 Kings leaves would come, but like I didn't want to wait. I wanted to buy 3 Kings. And I'm proud and happy to announce that we have some beautiful 3 Kings leaves. And look how much fuller it is. This is 3 months later. I don't know why it feels like much longer than that. I can't believe I've only had these for 3 months. But it honestly is looking fantastic. I am super chuffed. This is the plant that I wanted. It has all of the 3 Kings mottled, variegated Syngonium type look, and I absolutely love it. I just wish it had arrived like this, but I do have a beautiful plant now, and it is also in Lekra, and I cut one of the sections off. There's just something really cool about this. It's really different, and I love it. Then the next plant I got in that order was also another Syngonium. It was my Syngonium Raya, which came beautifully. There was nothing wrong with that. It was small, but I was expecting it to be that size, so no issues with this guy. Cut him up a little bit as well, and he's also in leca apparently. You can see, you can hear. Yeah, he's doing well. He's pushed up quite a few new leaves, and I've just found, if you look on this side, I've had to cut 3 leaves off. I think I had been giving it a little bit too much light. It honestly doesn't like light. This sort of would start happening while the leaf was unfurling still, and as you can see, the leaf, you know, sort of didn't really unfurl properly on that side and was all crispy and horrible. So I honestly think it was a light thing. I think this guy likes quite a bit of humidity, but more than that, it actually doesn't like too much light, in my experience. I don't have any other Rayas. I've never had a Raya before. That's just like what I think is happening with this guy. But he's so beautiful. I love touching him. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe I'm touching him too much. But he was growing some really beautiful leaves. Like this leaf grew when he was in quite a dark area of the house, but he was in like in a little terrarium type vibes where, you know, I would spray and he would have a little bit more of like, you know, a locked in humid space. So I found he actually did the best there, so I should probably just put him back in there, although he was outgrowing it a little bit. He's beautiful, and this has also been only 3 months, and he's looking really good. I can't wait for him to get much bigger and also be quite a showstopper. He's obviously a little bit slower of a grower than the 3 Kings, but I do think that's also because he hasn't been under a grow light at all. I've sort of just left him in normal conditions because when he was close to the grow light, he just didn't seem very happy. That silver on the leaves, really cool. Sorry, the lighting is terrible in here, but he is so beautiful. Oh, I love him. Love him, love him, love him, love him, love him. That is all for what I'm going to be doing in this update. I am going to be doing an update soon on all the plants that I've converted to leca again. I know that I had done like a month update within each leca video, but now I'm quite keen to show you a few months later and some of the growth that's happened on some of the plants that I have moved into leca. But other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please do hit that like button. If you enjoy plants and you like seeing planty YouTubers and planty content, then please do consider subscribing and have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.